Those of us who are frugal know deep in our bones that there are things we would never, ever pay for. Following are some things that frugal people avoid buying at all costs. Number 1. Books. Some people, even frugal folks, love new books. The romance of cracking open a new book and smelling the pages sends them into bibliophilic ecstasy. But this is where you can separate merely cautious spenders from the true hardcore tightwads. The latter will only buy a book as a last resort. The library is king for truly frugal readers. We'll even resort to interlibrary loans if we must. Number 2. Bottled waters. Bottled water is a scourge of cheapskates everywhere. Why on earth would anyone pay for something that is available for nearly free? You might as well charge us for the air we breathe. Of course, there are times when you need your H2O to go, but a small investment in a good reusable water bottle more than pays off over the years. Before we proceed, I would just like to invite you guys to please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. That will surely help the channel a lot. Number 3. The latest technology. Frugal people never buy the latest and greatest of anything. Catch a supposedly careful shopper in one of those long lines to purchase the newest iPhone, and you can officially revoke his or her cheapskate license. Patience is the hallmark of the frugal life. Wait to purchase that iPhone until the price comes way down, and you'll enjoy it as much as those cutting-edge folks just a little later and at a big savings. Number 4. Lottery tickets. Get real. No one with an ounce of frugality coursing through their veins is ever going to buy a ticket to the greatest scam this side of a Vegas casino. We reported that the odds of winning the recent billion-dollar Powerball jackpot were in 1 in 292 million. How bad is that? Well, you have much better odds of A. Being struck by lightning, B. Dying in a shark tank, C. Becoming a millionaire. Have a Jones to gamble? Invest money in stocks. Your odds of success are infinitely better. Number 5. A brand new car. In some ways, this is the ultimate sin in the eyes of economically minded folks. You could skip buying every other wasteful thing on this list, yet still blow your budget to smithereens simply by succumbing to the lure of a shiny new set of wheels. Our mantra in Future with Finance is never to buy a brand new car. We are afraid to even look at them. Instead, we avoid the siren song of the latest models by plugging our ears, averting our eyes, and heading straight for the gently used area of the dealer lot. Number 6. $5 coffee. The latte factor. Countless financial experts insist you can slowly get rich by simply skipping that expensive daily trip to the coffee shop. This tip is lost on true frugalists however, because the very notion of darkening the door of our local Starbucks is a non-starter anyway. We'll make our coffee at home. Thanks, and save a bundle. Number 7. Cable TV. This is another item that separates the truly frugal souls from the wannabes. Frugal people would never overpay for cable TV service. Heck, some of us won't even let TVs into the house at all. Fortunately, there are plenty of options for cheaper, even free entertainment. Number 8. Brand names when generics are available. You walk into the grocery store and see 2 16-ounce boxes of spaghetti. The Barilla costs $1.99 and the store brand costs $1.30. You grab the Barilla and toss it into your cart. Why? For the love of all that is good and holy, why? Thrifty shoppers will almost always choose the generic over any brand name, unless the latter is on sale. Some might even accuse these frugal folks of occasionally sacrificing a bit of quality simply to save a buck. And the accusers would be right. In many cases, a generic is almost indistinguishable from the brand name product, and most of the time, it is less expensive. So, find a spot in your heart for those store brands. Number 9. Dry clean only clothes. They say clothes make the person, but they can also destroy the wallet. Clothes that must be dry cleaned not only require you to pay for that service, but also to waste gas, and that most precious of commodities, time. Getting your clothes serviced. Dry cleaning uses chemical solvents instead of soap and water to clean your clothes. Some people say you can hand wash those clothes at home instead. We say you should stick to machine washable garments. Number 10. Beverages at restaurants. It's easy to waste money on beverages when you're out and about, whether it's grabbing a coffee on the way to work or a soda while running errands. These small purchases can add up. To avoid wasting money on beverages, try bringing a reusable bottle with you and filling it up throughout the day. If you need a caffeine fix, make coffee at home and bring it with you in a thermos. You can also bring your own snacks and lunch to avoid the temptation of buying expensive food and drinks while you're out. By planning ahead and making smart choices, you can save money and still quench your thirst. Number 11. Big homes. There are several reasons why one might choose not to aim to buy a new house. Firstly, buying a new home is a significant financial commitment and can be very expensive. It can also be a major source of stress and take up a lot of time and energy. Additionally, owning a home comes with ongoing expenses such as property taxes, maintenance, and repairs. It's also important to consider that housing prices can be volatile and may not appreciate at the rate you expect. Renting can be a more flexible and cost-effective option, as it usually requires a smaller upfront investment and offers more mobility. Finally, it's worth considering that owning a home may not be the right choice for everyone, and it's important to assess your financial situation, lifestyle, and priorities before making such a big decision. Number 12. Impulse items in the checkout lane. Frugal people can avoid impulse purchases by following these tips. A. Make a list. Write down the items you need to purchase before leaving your home. This will help you stay focused and avoid buying items that you don't really need. B. Delay the purchase. If you're considering a purchase that wasn't on your list, wait a day or two before making the decision. This will give you time to think about whether the item is really necessary and to compare prices. C. Set a budget. Determine how much money you can afford to spend and stick to it. Number 13. Fancy vacations. We've been through some tough times recently, from the COVID-19 pandemic to runaway inflation. Everyone has earned a break. So, maybe you're thinking about booking a trip to a lovely 5-star resort in some exotic place. That's fine. It's just not the sort of thing frugal people do. Every dollar you save now gets you a little bit closer to financial independence. When you are just starting the process of saving, spending thousands of dollars on a vacation can be a wealth buster. Later on, when you have money to burn, spending several $1,000s to pamper yourself will hardly put a dent in your overall budget. Spend now and regret it later, or save now and enjoy it later. The choice is yours. Happy saving! Number 14. Paper towels. Every time I tear off a paper towel, even of the half-sheet kind that has become fashionable, a little part of my penny-pinching soul dies. Washable, reusable cloth towels are the better, more economical way to go. The fact that I have refused to embrace this obvious truth shows I still have work to do if I'm ever going to claim my place among the world's greatest super scrimpers. Number 15. Professional car washes and detailing. Perhaps there are times when we all need to pay for a car wash, like in the middle of winter, when it's cold but you need to get the road salt off your vehicle's exterior. But most frugal people are way too tight-fisted to get soaked by paying high fees for something they can cheaply do themselves. Number 16. Pets. This might be the most painful item on our list, especially for those of us who would rather spend a day with a dog than with most humans. Did I really say that out loud? But there is no getting around it. Pets are budget busters. I once heard a financial pro say that the best way to get rich is to never invite anything into your house that you are responsible for feeding. That rules out two of the best things in life: kids and pets. That's all for this video. See you in the next one.